This is just a quick update on my garden a couple weeks after planting it. Basically been real dry here for the past couple of weeks, so every day we've been watering. But as you can see here, the elderberries are doing real good. Lots of flowers. Looks like it'll be a really good batch of berries this year for jelly and wine. Not so good at pollination on the apples because we had a cold snap, but the ones that are there are looking good so far. And then kind of you can see on the left hand side there, that's my asparagus fern. That's up to about 7 feet tall already. And then you have the rhubarbs next to that, and then the tomatoes are all getting up to be about 2 to 3 feet tall right now. They're looking really good. There are some plum tomatoes starting to form on the plants now, so it shouldn't be too long until we get the plums. And all the other plants, they look really fantastic this year. But like I said, it's been a super dry year. Here's some red potatoes and some purple potatoes that I grew in some tubs. They're looking good. Then if you go down by the boxes, the first one has some squash in it. The next one has dill, and then here's some beets, and there's like 3 different varieties of carrots in that one. These are the Boston pickling cukes. We lost a bunch of them due to the hail and high winds that we had. The eggplants are looking pretty good. Hail did a lot of damage to the leaves and stuff, but they still seem to be growing fine. And the okra has all germinated and is starting to grow. Here's some more rainbow chard, and then a batch of ornamental gourds. And here's the basil. That's all germinated pretty good. But the cilantro didn't do so good this year in germinating, but I'll be planting a second batch shortly. Then these are a couple different types of purpless cucumbers that we plant for eating. And as you can see, the peas are all up to about 5.5 feet tall right now. The peppers are mixed behind them. Soon the peas should be coming out, so the peppers get more sun. But the pepper plants really did get beat up this year. We had a lot of hail and a lot of high winds that actually ripped the first sets of leaves right off of them. So they're not doing so great. But the peas are doing good, and they're just about ready to pick. As a matter of fact, today I just decided to pick a small bowl full just to do the first stir fry of the year with these sugar snap peas. They still need a couple more days, but I'm going to try them now. And as I said, the peppers are really looking pretty terrible because of the high winds and hail that we had, but I hope they'll catch up later. And there are a couple hills of corn that are started, along with some ornamental gourds that are kind of planted in between them. And it's tomatoes again, and then mixed around the garden there's several other varieties of squash and pumpkins that I put in. And the asparagus ferns are just amazing this year. They're about 7 feet tall. Pretty soon the Japanese beetles will begin there eating them. And there's my out-of-control horseradish patch that started with just one little root a couple years ago. Now I can't stop it. And the grapes are starting to get some small clusters of grapes on them already, so they look pretty good. Now I started a couple of new red raspberry plants this year, and they're doing pretty good, have some berries on them. And then the sunflowers have really loved all this sunshine that we've had. Leaves are a little beat up from the hail and the rain, but they'll do okay. And then down below there we have all the pie pumpkins and the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins planted in a row, and they're all starting to take off now. And it's been extremely dry here, and I've been kind of watering every day just to keep everything growing good, and it's really all starting to look pretty good. And I think a lot of the mulch that I made with my cyclone is really helping. Then if you head up by my other gardens by my house, my wife's been picking her lavender for the last week or so, and that really took off this year. And then in those boxes up there, there's some rainbow chard that we've been eating. There's also some dinosaur cabbage and some kale up there that we've been kind of eating a little bit of, and some shallots and a couple different lettuces. There's a second batch of lettuce and some radishes and some more carrots and beets that are kind of the later ones that we just started now. And up above in the other boxes, all the spinach and lettuce is gone, but now there are some of these soil long cucumbers coming in, and some carrots and beets and rutabagas, and just, some more of those ornamental gourds that are going to grow up at trellis. So this should give you an idea of what my garden looks like this year. And there's a turkey that's been picking bugs out of my yard for the last couple of weeks, so he seems to be doing a good job. We had a problem with this year were our beans and lima beans. We got a cold snap when they germinated, then the bugs ate the leaves off them. So we've had to replant them. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe.